Hi, thanks for joining in today. And today I thought I would do a very unorganized and unprepared office tour. So this office is I have not tidied up. This is how it is. There's no I have not prepared for it at all. But this is where I grow quite a lot of my orchids. So the window, and I'll excuse the state of the windows, they have been washed, but we had a lot of rain and snow lately, and the windows just look, and I think it's raining as well, and so the windows look very speckled. Now, the window is southwest facing, so it's a room that is quite bright and warm in the winter, but it gets really hot, almost tropical hot, and very, very bright in the summer. Now, this is the room where I grow most of my Vanda and Vandaceous orchids. And also some of my ferns, which you might be surprised. So I've got two of my Boston variegated ferns, which I called, I think, tiger ferns. Don't think you can tell the variegation because of the light on the leaves now. Surprisingly, I can grow ferns. I used to very reliably keep killing them. I was very good at that, but this fern seems to like my abuse and my neglect, and it has been divided now, I think twice, and it's still growing. Now, what I have got here, so obviously it's not a big room. It's a quite small room, but I thought I would take an advantage of the light and the heat. Although in the winter, I have to say, I still have a supplemental light. So I have got, this is Spider Farm grow light on the top, and this is, I think, Jungle Dawn grow light as well on here. And I've got another extra bulb, which is Sunseed, which I have to say I would not recommend. They work maybe for 2-3 years, and then out of nowhere just go off, and they will and they're broken out of nowhere, no warning whatsoever. So first of all, what I grow here, so I have got here right at the bottom, I've got my Vanda cerulean. It's growing just here, and it seems to be enjoying it. It's not too bright, not too warm for it as well. It's kind of, I think this corner is the coolest corner of the room. Obviously this is my ficus, variegated, I don't remember the name, I think it's Sheriliana, maybe Cherise, I don't remember the name, I'm so sorry. I will put it on in the description if I remember. I have had it for about 2 years. I've got it when it was extremely expensive still. The beauty of this ficus is it grows pups, new growths. So I did sell quite a few of them and managed to get my money back out of them. Now the next one, my beloved, most favorite Vanda in the whole world, Vanda Mimi Palmer. I used to have about 2 or 3 of them. Due to unfortunately different circumstances, I've lost them, and I did look for this Vanda for ages, and then managed to get one back, and it's growing now. It's growing in clay pot, lava rocks, and I did put a little bit, it's just been watered, I did put a little bit of live moss in there, Spanish moss. And the Spanish moss, I have to say, it's I just literally put a tiny little speckle of it, and it seems to be growing and spreading. Now, I've got various orchids here. This is a hybrid of Rhynchorides Bangkok Sunset. Don't remember the name. It's got beautiful pastel pink and cream colors, the flowers, and obviously my colors are the pastel colors. That's the favorite one, so obviously I had to have it. Then I have got, what is this? This one is Vanda Insignis, which was is the recent buy. It's growing here, and it grows in a pure sphagnum moss, because like I said, this room gets very hot. So I found vandas that I grow in vandaceous that I grow in a lava rock, like this one, for example, will dry out very, very fast. And because it's a new import still, a new buy, I thought I need this to allow to grow new roots before I can swap to something else, maybe more airy. But this one at the moment will be staying in a sphagnum moss. Now this one is, I think, Vanda has, I'm gonna read this. Okay, that's Vanda costylis Lucenary Pink. So this one is growing. It's growing in a lava rock on the bottom, and then got a little bit of dressing of a sphagnum moss on the top. And you can tell it's I bought it only maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Actually, I didn't buy it. It was a present, and it's already putting out new roots. The next one is and this one is dry already. And I need to water it, I think, because it's feeling very light. This is also a recent buy, which is Vanda Denisoniana White. It's just here. Then I've got, what's this? What is this? This is, Papulanda Gyrac Fragrance. So this is again a cross with Mimi Palmer. I do have an odd cymbidium here, a little cherry amongst the vandaceous orchids. This cymbidium is a very old cross, which again I don't remember the name, but it was given to me and a few other people by a really lovely guy who was dividing his cymbidium and had loads of backbulbs, and basically just gave out those backbulbs to a people. And he did say they might sprout, they might not. I managed to get division of 2 backbulbs. One have rotted. Second one managed to put this lovely growth, and then it rotted. However, it looks like this growth is old enough now, and it can support itself because it does have quite a few roots now in the pot, and it's still growing. It's got some growing tips and still growing in the grossy roots inside the pot. Then I've got lots of other vandaceous orchids and Neophoenicia crosses, which are my most favorite because I love the flowers. I love how you can cross Neophoenicia with other vandaceous orchids and you can give different color, yet you get this delicious, beautiful fragrance of Neophoenicia Falcara. Now this is my another favorite, which is Vanda tessellata. It grows in again tiny bit of sphagnum moss, but mostly a lava rock. They do need to be watered, I've just noticed now. Again, this little baby is Vanda Harkana Tachtenko. I think I'm saying it right. It's a two-toned color Vanda, two-toned color flowered Vanda. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I don't think I'm even saying this in English. It's meant to have really nice flowers. I've seen 2 different types of the flowers on the web, on the internet, so I'm not sure which ones my will have. It arrived in spike, but unfortunately the spike dried out. Moving on, I've got my gorgeous Vanda costylis pinky red, which blooms and blooms and blooms for me. It recently just had to cut one flower spike because it finishes blooming, but now it's got another 2 here, and the fragrance is just amazing and it's so strong. Then I've got Vanda Merilli here, crossed with Vanda tessellata, which meant to be a really beautiful cross. That one need watering as well, my goodness. Which used to be meant to be very beautiful cross. I think it's called Vanda George Scott or Scott George. Is meant to be one of the darkest, very dark, almost black Vandas. So I'm looking forward to see how that will flower in like maybe 100 years. And then I've got a little bit of aroids here because I used to collect a lot of aroids. I got rid of them and now I'm trying to rebuild my collection again. Exactly same with orchids. I've learned my lesson. I would never ever ever get rid of any of my orchids or any of my plants. because then I regret it and then I have to buy it again for a price that is just ridiculous. My philodendron El Choco Red is growing here, used and abused. Those leaves have been damaged by my dog's tail, who is just, my dog's got a tail like a baseball bat. So I moved into the office where my dog doesn't have an access to another fern. This one very delicate. When I received it, it was just tiny little thing, but it's pushing up now. It's really putting up nice little roots. Moving on, a little bit of Hoyas, of course, because no one can have enough Hoyas. So this is just gorgeous, huge leaved Hoya Mountain Zoo, beautiful. With it's amazing because it's very shiny leaves with a lot of veins, and then on the back, it literally is like a velvet. It's very, very fairy. And then another Hoya, which is I think it's called Chicken Farm. Very original names, I have to say. I like Hoyas with splashes and veinings. And now moving on, and this is my Phalaenopsis area. The light obviously is very bright and I can't really adjust it because I'm filming with my phone. But I do have loads of Phalaenopsis here. Some of them complex hybrids, some of them the warm blooming hybrids. I have got here also Maxillaria tenuifolia. I think its variety is called Variety Malibu. It's the variegated one, and it's beautiful. And I can see actually it's sending variegation on the leaves as well, which is absolutely amazing. It's starting to put up now new shoots everywhere. So I'm hoping, because it did go through a transplant shock in my care. Now this little thing is meant to be an amazing orchid, but I don't know the name of it again. Green tag, you can tell I love spicy exotics. It is this. It's meant to have really nice pendulous blooms. So I'm looking forward to the blooms. I don't have any new growths yet. Bulbs are quite shriveling, so I might actually give it a little bit of water. More Phalaenopsis here. They do like to bloom. My Phalaenopsis ludemaniana in bloom. Equestus red, still in bloom. I think it's been blooming for ages. Then I have this one, which is this is the new the Allura Faust, and there's a whole series of this one. So I've got quite a few of those. This is Allura as well, Phalaenopsis, which is called Vesuvius, I think. And I've got here Phalaenopsis double shot as well, and that's in bloom too. So yes, excuse again, I'm really sorry for the lighting. Unfortunately, I can't do nothing about the sun shining, but that is my office space. Very unorganized at the moment. I did not have a time to even to tidy up, to be honest with you, or organize my plants. I need to reorganize them again, but like I said, I didn't have a time. It's the half-term week this week in the UK, in England, so yeah, things are a little bit chaotic in the house. I would do another tour once I reorganize the office, because I would like to add maybe more shelving, so you know, more light for those orchids. Although, to be honest, now it's about, I think it's 3:30 in the afternoon in England, and the sun, as you can tell, the sun is hitting the orchids, as well as obviously they've got light from the above. So thank you very much for joining in again, and I hope you enjoyed this very rambly, very unorganized video. Thanks, bye.